Amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. And clearly, as it should. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Savor the moment and everything that tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. The flavors are in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love for a man, for a flavor. Are they the same? After tasting your food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach him. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I was wondering if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold of you to come out and ask! It is an idea I had for a new combination of flavor. Where did he get the cane? Where did the cane come from? Colonel! What? Sir! What? I'm trying to flirt with you. You can't just pull a cane out of your ass. I don't understand. I had an idea for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune and establish my legacy. For all time, I could open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? Semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. Don't look at me with your face of pure disgust. You know what? You know what? Clunk would never look at me like that. Clunk is a beautiful he would never look at me the way you're looking at me right now, sir. Never. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonial? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looked both ways to make sure you are truly alone. Then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but I can tell you, I use something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow! You never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. Honestly, Clunk is the most handsome. While you're wrapped up in this huge revelation, you notice Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet that. Alone together for the first time. You figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Be modest, but thoughtful. Or wow him with a big idea. Be modest, but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoy your food. Now you've got his attention. Flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, T. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step inside the massive cooking arena. Where the afternoon lesson will take place, each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could ever need. Look at this place! It's magnificent! Finally, we get to show our stuff! Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff! What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature, adorable, tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. Today's lesson will be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, T. I'll prepare a station. Without a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello to you, partner. Beep, bop, boo. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you'll pay for not being alone forever. Clank. I have to. It's Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay. I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of this school is, even at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Wah, wah, wah. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know this assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. He has a face. He's beautiful. He's beautiful. Don't diss Clank. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and Panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple, pick a basic dish, and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. Takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Using your grandbrother's... It's mashed potatoes, man. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I think we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red, embarrassed. You quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. You better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? Thank you, Van Van. No, geez, Van Van. Well, I'm over here crushing T's dreams. You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no, it looked like T was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say Colonel Sanders. Maybe I also would teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. I doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubt whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might be a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders. Hunk of hunks in your time of need. I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. God, this music is so good. I'm just like vibing to it, honestly. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me, isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, by contracts to handshakes. I took on T as my partner for this activity. I'd stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has T's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into perfect, creamy mash texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hands, holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which he pours smooth, brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand there, holding the same spork, and for a small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensils into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. You see Ashley with a sinister look. You know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Man, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy, and he realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Wait. Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something. It's so loud in my ear. Why is the music so loud in my ear? Please. It's so loud. I thought somebody joined me for a second. But I didn't notice until it was too late. I'm forever alone. Forever alone. We're just gonna... There we go. Hold right there, T. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena, Colonel Sanders. I expect better from you. If you get one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat from wherever it lands.
Can I have potatoes, face?
Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hands. Mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic. Just a few more minutes. I prepared a full meal, gaze upon my specialty braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade poured by my supreme chef ancestors.
You've ignored me for too long. It ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will look on me with envy.
The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. Dun.
No, don't!
Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It had been eaten. I think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good.
It killed him! Oh, shit. He died. Fuck. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slipped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, and is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock as frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. Class bell rings, disrupted for a moment, snapping everyone's attention back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite the obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professor here makes enough money.
Oh, it's okay. You're okay, Sprinkles.
Hello, I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing you shaken up by all that really annoying student and his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. Colonel? What? Like for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark, more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now would be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, T? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. Every day since then, I've been working towards that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights. Like, so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, and our souls may grant them like we wish floating on a shooting star. Hey, no! You... Shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking skills literally killed a guy? You can't prove that! I saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him! We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero.
The spooky monster is here to eat the hero! The spork monster is here to fight a hero! I don't understand. Why? Why? Why he look like that? Why he gotta look like that? I don't get it. Please. Don't look like that. Perhaps. Mayhaps. Please? I'm scared for my life. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting my guard down and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid, be very afraid of me because I'm a monster, see? He's rhyming on... Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? Before I can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Am I? I've never actually made it this far in the dating sim before. Am I in a... we're in a turn-based fight.
What?
Yeah. You know, obviously. Turn-based fight. I'm just gonna defend.
Defend.
I decide to defend. Which defense will you choose? Trepidation. You close your eyes tight, but then open one for just enough to squint and see a spork monster across the battlefield. For some reason, this makes you feel more prepared for what comes next. Spork monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you! You take 1 damage. That lot of good that defense did.
Bit hot gravy at you.
I'm gonna defend again! You decide to defend. Buff up. You think about the feeling you... What? What? You missed it. A guy died.
The guy died?
What are you saying? You didn't expect a man to die in the Colonel Sanders dating sim?
For some reason, no, I didn't expect that.
You think about that happy feeling you get after having a good meal when you're so full and happy and nothing can get you down, like food in your belly. Just the thought warms you and you grow stronger. Spork monster is feeling really emboldened by your lack of attacks. Spork monster forced their mashed mind and draws an energy from Mother Earth itself. You grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Defend.
Defending.
Papa. You draw energy into your arms, thinking back on all of the stirring you did in the kitchen as a child. Your muscles grow super swole. And you're ready to take on anything. Spork monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork monster use utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Defend.
Why are you doing a pacifist run?
Because I don't want Colonel Sanders to hate me.
Why would he hate you?
Cause
It's a spork.
no one can control this much buffness. You start feeling bloated and quite frankly a little gassy. You better attack soon or you're more likely to explode. Decide to go on the attack. Rowdy Russet, cook with love! Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork monsters oozing cheese sauce on the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, the spork monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain, your reign stops here, says Colonel Sanders. With that look of disgust. You missed Clank. Clank is my one true love. If I wasn't forced to date Colonel Sanders.
You're forced to date Colonel Sanders. You have no other option.
I have many other options, but I figured if I'm gonna play the Colonel Sanders dating sim that I should, you know, date Colonel Sanders.
I guess that's true. I didn't think about it like that.
Colonel Sanders summoned the energy of 1,000 chickens.
1,000. You know, that many chickens. If they slapped a raw chicken once each at the speed of light, kick.
Babe.
I'm afraid.
Pop pie, power punch. It does 10 damage. Spork monsters defeated.
You saved me.
An injured spork monster spews steam into the night. Spare the wretched beast. Spare him.
I can't.
I feel so silly.
As you should.
Spare the wretched beast. You manage to tramp down to your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he's still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity. Who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Begone, beast. Don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The spork monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's much more. It's a book of magical spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover, and a library card is tucked inside.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. No. BS. That does not appear to be a cookbook at any glance.
What do you mean? It clearly appears to be a cookbook.
No, it clearly appears to be a magic book. But upon first glance, you just assume, must be a cookbook.
Hey, we are at the Culinary School of Culinary Academy of Learning. Clearly.
Or spork monster.
Are you saying that the Culinary School of Culinary Academy of Culinary Learning is
Too many words.
the last name to have signed it out is Borko?
Borko, that name sounds strangely familiar.
Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that the final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you has begun to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. With your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy.